It's a special prime time edition of the NFL.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able. They'll buy some time right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Number 84.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe... On third down, he'll drop to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
With the score, Texans 10, Titans 7.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Number 89, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
A toss play to the running back. He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they stop him short of the 1st, as he can only get to the 20. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Jackson.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return. For a Texans touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards.
In on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, tight.
To throw is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
With that throw, trying to get one downfield.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. And, partner, they
found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes it at the 7.